What time do you wake up in the morning, and what do you do in those first 2 hours of the day? Most people wake up with just enough time to rush. They check their phone, get dressed quickly, eat something fast, and leave the house already behind. The day has started, but they were never truly ready for it. Now here is an interesting question. What if those first 2 hours of the day, before the world wakes up, before the messages arrive, before anyone needs anything from you, are actually the most valuable hours you will ever have? Let's talk about some of the most successful people in the world and what time they start their day. Tim Cook, the chief executive of Apple, is widely reported to be at his desk before 4 in the morning. Dwayne Johnson, one of the most successful entertainers and business people in the world, has spoken publicly about beginning his day at 4 in the morning with a workout. Michelle Obama has spoken in public interviews about waking at 4:30 to exercise before her family is awake. These are not people who wake up early because someone told them to. They wake up early because they have discovered what those quiet morning hours can do. But why does waking up early actually work? It is not magic. It is not discipline for the sake of discipline. There are very specific reasons why the early morning hours are different from any other part of the day. The first reason is silence. Before most of the world is awake, there are no interruptions, no messages, no requests, no noise from other people. The silence is not empty, it is productive. It is the only time in most people's day when they can think clearly without something pulling their attention away. The second reason is your brain. In the morning, shortly after waking, your body produces a natural chemical called cortisol. Cortisol is your body's natural energy and focus signal. It is at its highest level in the first few hours after you wake up. This means your mind is naturally at its sharpest, most focused, and most capable in the morning, before it has been used up by the decisions and distractions of the day. Most people waste this peak by scrolling, rushing, and reacting to other people's needs first. Let us follow one ordinary person, someone like you or me, who decides to try waking up 1 hour earlier than usual. Her name is Maya. She is 28 years old. She works a regular job, and every evening she tells herself she will be more productive tomorrow. But every morning she hits the snooze button twice, rushes to get ready, and arrives at work already tired. One Sunday evening, she sets her alarm for 6 instead of 7. Just 1 hour earlier. She is not trying to become a different person overnight. She is trying one small experiment. The alarm goes off at 6. For one long moment, she lies still. Every part of her body wants to press snooze. The bed is warm. The room is dark. There is no reason in the world to get up right now. But she made a promise to herself. So she gets up. She goes to the kitchen. She makes a simple cup of tea, and then she sits at the kitchen table in a completely quiet house for the first time in as long as she can remember. There is nothing demanding her attention, nobody needing anything from her, just the silence and the tea and the morning. She does not do anything extraordinary in that first hour. She just sits quietly, she thinks. She writes a few things in a notebook, ideas she has never had time to sit with before. She makes a small plan for the day, and when the rest of the household begins to wake up an hour later, something feels different. She is already ahead, not running behind, not rushing, just quietly ahead of the day. It is the first time in years that she has felt this way before 9 in the morning. She sets the same alarm for the next day. By the end of the first week, something has shifted. Not dramatically. There is no single morning that changes everything. But gradually, the quiet hour becomes something she looks forward to. It becomes hers. The one part of the day that belongs entirely to her before anyone else has a claim on her time. By week 3, she is waking up at 5:30 instead of 6. Not because she forced herself, but because she wanted more of what the morning gave her. The experiment is no longer an experiment. It has become the foundation of her day. Here is something science tells us about this. Every decision you make during the day uses a small amount of mental energy. This is sometimes called decision fatigue. By the afternoon, most people have used up a large amount of this energy on small decisions: what to eat, what to reply to, what to do next. The morning is the only time when this energy is completely full. Using the morning for your most important work, the work that actually moves your life forward, is not just a habit. It is one of the smartest uses of the resource you will have that day. Now, the most common question: how do you actually start? Not everyone can jump from waking at 8 to waking at 5, and they should not try. The best approach is small and gradual. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier than usual. Just 15 minutes. Do that for 1 week. Then move it 15 minutes earlier again. Within a month, you will have moved your waking time by an hour, without the shock to your body that comes from a sudden large change. The other key is the night before. What you do the evening before directly determines whether the morning is possible. Going to bed at a reasonable time is obvious, but here is the less obvious part. Stop looking at your phone or screen at least 30 minutes before you sleep. The light from screens signals to your brain that it is still daytime. Your brain then takes longer to wind down and fall into deep sleep. If you want a productive morning, protect your sleep the night before. Put the phone down. Read something. Let your mind slow down. The morning will feel completely different when you give your sleep the attention it deserves. One important and honest note: waking up early is not the only path to productivity. Some people genuinely do their best work later in the day or at night, and that is real. What this video is really about is not the time on the clock. It is about protecting uninterrupted time for your own most important work, whenever that time exists for you. For most people, in most lives, the morning is the most available window of quiet that the day offers. But the principle is the same regardless of the hour. Find your quiet window, protect it, and fill it with the work that matters most. Here is the simplest version of everything this video has said. Time is your most limited resource. You cannot make more of it, but you can change how much of it belongs entirely to you. Before the world wakes up, before the requests arrive, before the day pulls you in 20 directions at once. The morning does not belong to anyone else. It is the one part of the day that you can claim before anyone asks for it. The question is not whether you can afford to wake up 1 hour earlier. The question is whether you can afford not to. If this video helped you think about your mornings and helped you practice your English listening at the same time, subscribe to RiseTales. A new true story or life lesson arrives every Tuesday and Saturday. Next time, we will follow the extraordinary story of Elon Musk, before Tesla, before SpaceX, and before anyone in the world believed that his ideas were even possible. See you in the next one.